in the paddock with Tony Dart at the Mason Aces British Best Pairs Championship. Tony, you're paired up in the 350s with Lee Gaydon and in the 500s with Peter Lloyd. Is this a deliberate intention to try and grab both titles today?
Yeah, the Taylor brothers have been winning. I think they've won 3 times on a 350. I've been saying I'll be out on the 350 all the way through the season, really. Lee asked me and he said he'd lend me his spare bike, so I thought I'd have a go. With the 500s, I think we've got a good chance of winning that as well, really.
Yeah, I have noticed there is some really good pairings today in both classes. You've mentioned the Taylor brothers, who do go extremely well together for some reason. Sometimes we see them at tracks and one will go better than the other one, but when they're in the best pairs, they both tend to fly. You've been out for practice, I take it?
Yeah, the track feels good, fast, a little bit rough, but I don't mind because it's grass track, not speedway. Bikes feel good, bit strange riding a 350 for the first time, but it all feels good. We're sorting it out and it'll be alright.
Good, well I wish you the best of luck, and you Lee, even though you didn't want to be on the interview. And I reckon you will be there at the end of the day, Tone. Good luck, mate.
Let's hope so, cheers.
Right, in the paddock now with one of the local 250 riders, John Pilcher. Unfortunately, John's had a few injuries in the last couple of years, and from what I've heard, this is going to be your last meeting, John, is that right?
Yeah, it's true, yeah. I've had one too many bangs, and it's time to say goodbye, I'm afraid. I've got a living to make, you know, and it's a shame, really. I want to carry on, but injuries force me not to, really.
You paired up with an old chap called Brian Cornelius today. Brian does go ever so well, but there are some really stiff competition here today in the 250 class, as well as all the others. How do you think you might fare today?
Well, it's going to be hard, really. So Brian rides well, I ride well. You've got lights of Keith here and Lee Street, and you've got the old boys from up Cornwall coming down. And it's going to be really, really hard competition today, but hopefully we'll do as good as we can.
Well, I've seen you ride for a few years, John. You've been off and on the bike. I'm going to miss you because we do a lot of laugh and a joke off camera. Take it easy with your pipe and your slippers, won't you?
I intend to. More pipes though.
Cheers, John. Right, in the paddock now with one of the Cornish crews, which is really nice to see. They've come all the way from Cornwall in this petrol shortage. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Richard, you're paired up with Duncan today. You're up against, well, the favourites really, the current champions, Rob Wilson and John Halsey. How do you think you're going to get on today?
Hopefully we both do our best, and at the end of the day might have a fair crack of the whip in the final.
I think you should both get in the final. It's not a bad sized track neither. There's probably a few stones out there, but what do you reckon on the track?
Notice it's a bit smaller than what we're used to here. I don't know why. They seem to have brought it in from this end, from the pit end, quite a bit, because the pitch used to be at the far end. Is that due to the noise?
I can tell you, that is exactly what it's due to, because they've had complaints from the villagers down the hill, so all the noise really is going to be up this end of the track. So anyway, I'll best have a word with your passenger. Kevin, do you like the circuit as well?
Yeah, I mean, we've done practice, it's riding quite well. We haven't done a lot lately, a lot of wet meetings, so I mean, running the engine in for the Masters as well, so hopefully get on quite well today.
Yeah, being a local man myself, we've had a fair bit of rain here from Friday night onwards, all day yesterday virtually. The condition of the track looks marvellous really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not dusty, it's not wet, it's just right at the minute, but apparently the rain is on the way from Cornwall.
It's not going to get here during today, not until this evening. So anyway, I'd like to wish both of you the best of luck, and I reckon you will get on the podium so long as things go all right.
Left-hand sidecars, 843, Hewell, Hippie Phillips and Aled Thomas are here. Number 7, Irwin Bowman and Odin Castle are not. So, looking further down that page, number 142, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray, they are here, but number 42, Martin Jones and Mike Harrison are not. So, that leaves us with number 843, Hewell Phillips, with number 142, Terry Nicholas. come up the first straight. It's the Taylor Boys 1 and 2 as they go into the first turn. This is best pairs racing. Those two know what it's about. They're the defending champions. Who's that trying to get his nose in and splitting that pair up? He's got in between the two of them. Can't see who it is from this distance. Can't move the Knockaners fast enough. They're really coming round there. It's fast and furious. That's Ricky Ashworth. Ricky Ashworth will start with Jason Handley. There's all the systems go on the front line there as the Taylor brothers have been well split apart now. The defending champions in trouble, dare I say it so early in the meeting. Here they come round the corner and Jason Handley pulls out in front. Jason Handley going to go here. With Neil Taylor right there with him in second place, so the front pairs are split up. Then we get Nick Irwin, but Nathan Irwin's a little bit of drop and he's split up the pair of Terry Massingham and Walter Neame. Nathan Irwin gets past Terry Massingham. We're on the last lap now from 95 Jason Handley winning it. His partner is third, so we'll have the most points out of this race. And now Handley in trouble, and the box stops on the far side, so here goes the Taylor boy. Neil in for the lead. Handley with problems all the way down from Cheshire, and he's got trouble. Out goes the checkered flag then. Ball number 173, Neil Taylor, he takes first, Ricky Ashworth gets second. Then Mark Taylor, so the Taylor boys come out with most points after all. And a very disappointed Jason Handley on the far side there. Adrian Phipps scoring good points, Matt Etherington. Nathan and Nick Irwin, Terry Massingham and Walter Neame. Official results for you in a moment. Here we go, race 1. The win for 173, Neil Taylor. In second place it was number 20, Ricky Ashworth. In third place it was 170, Mark Taylor. In fourth place was number 76, Adrian Phipps. In fifth place was number 5, Matt Etherington. So a good pair coming home good there. In sixth place it was 332, Nick Irwin. And in seventh place number 83, Nathan Irwin. Another pair coming home good. And in eighth place was 213, Terry Massingham. And ninth place was 172, Walter Neame. Another pair in pairs order. So the winner's time was 1 minute 29.84 seconds. An average speed of 58.86 miles per hour. Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon, they won't sit down. Tony Dart ran the outside. Tony Dart making up into second place, so the pair go good in this one. First and second, as Lee Gaydon looks over his shoulder and makes sure that's his partner that goes with him. And now they ride side by side, blocking the way, keeping the door shut for everybody else. This is best pairs racing. Didn't think Grasstrackers could do it. If there was any speedboat boys that could do this. Look at that, side by side. No message. Walter Giles in third. Gareth Roberts in fourth. That's another pair holding on to some good points there. Then Tommy Rowlett and Chris Mills bringing up the rear. You missed the 350cc event. So everybody's partnered with their partner. Now the job is to try and split them up and get your partner to come through with you. 77, Tony Dart leads it. Getting away a bit from Lee Gaydon, who's defending his position well. Leaving the door open now for Walter Giles to come through. Well, just trying his heart out at the moment. He's got that bike really going and he's after Lee Gaydon. Can he split that pair? Divide some of those points up. Tony Dart forges on ahead there. The last lap flag is out. It's Tony Dart with his feet on the footrests. Looking very relaxed and comfortable. From Lee Gaydon in second place. Roger trying hard now as he enters the last lap. He knows it's now or never. He closes the gap on that corner. Then it's Tommy Rowlett. He's got ahead of Gareth Roberts, so he's split that pairing up. Maybe Wogie should have held back and defended with his mate, but he's pushing hard. Here they come, round the last turn. The checkered flag is out. It's 77, Tony Dart that wins. Lee Gaydon takes second. Then Wogie Giles, Tommy Rowlett, Gareth Roberts, and Chris Mills. PC Soros, another cracker there with the win going to number 77, Tony Dart. In second place, it was number 116, Lee Gaydon. That pair now leading the pairs race. In third place is number 300, Wogie Giles. In fourth place was 114, Tommy Rowlett. In fifth place, number 7, Gareth Roberts. And in sixth place, number 91, Chris Mills. The winner's time, 1 minute 30.33 seconds, an average speed of 57.74 miles per hour. into the wrong starting grids, but they've all been sorted out, and Andy Stevens going to the lead. With Keith Drury and Tony Cook in second place, so that's a pairing there. They split these pairs up, although the pairs are in formation at the moment. With 71, Raz Palmer challenging hard in third place, but at the moment, Lester Goodwin, should he close the throttle and wait for his mate to catch up? I think he should have done, because Raz Palmer goes through and picks up the pairing. Keith Drury fights back now. Round that turn they come, then down the back straight they go. Keith Drury looks like he's going to lose another place if he's not careful here, so that won't help the points tally much if he does. Should Lester have waited for him? That's the question. Lester Goodwin looks behind him, sees the problem he's got. He's got Raz Palmer right there. He can't stay up there, that will go through. So the best he can do is salvage a win from this race, and Keith Drury must fight on, but fight on he doesn't. He's gone back down to fourth place. Raz Palmer sizing up the situation down there as he challenges hard with Lester Goodwin. The last lap flag goes out. It's Lester Goodwin from Raz Palmer and Kenny Hammill. Well, Andy Hopkins and not Gordon Langford, I forgot who it is now, Guy Mitchell. Guy Mitchell on the chair there, and then Keith Drury and Tony Cook. Racing away here in the Otford Hills of Sevenoaks on the undulating grassland. Out goes the checkered flag. It's three, Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens to take the win from Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg. Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell. Keith Drury and Tony Cook. Official result with you in a moment. Race 3, the 500cc sidecars, 500cc sidecars, race 3. A win for number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens. In second place was number 71, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. In third place was number 5, Andy Hopkins and Gordon Langford. And in fourth place was number 91, Keith Drury and Richard Webb. The winner's time at 1 minute 36.45 seconds, giving an average speed of 54.08 miles per hour. Here they come then, 500cc sidecars. Mike Simpson in second place, John Keith Richards and Thomas Eames. It's Keith Richards and Thomas Eames that take it up out of that first corner. Their partners are 181 Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby, and they are in third place at the moment. Clive Willis and Mike Simpson comes up on the inside of Keith Richards. Can he squeeze? There's not a lot of room through there, but he goes through clean. Out of that turn they come, is Clive Willis and Mike Simpson leading from 143. Keith Richards and Thomas Eames, 181. Steve Ashby on the side of Andy Kerrison. All happening here. In the Otford Hills of Sevenoaks, it's Clive Willis and Mike Simpson that lead out of that turn. Good cornering from them, nice track positions. Good line round there. 143, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames in second place, and Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. One, two, three, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting in fourth place. Last lap flag for number 1, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson, and it's Richard and Thomas Eames still in second place. These positions remaining unchanged. They're all quite close together though, anything could happen here. Clive Willis and Mike Simpson have got a reasonable lead, but the other three are close enough within striking distance to do something on this, the last turn. Will it happen? Over the turn they come then. Number 1, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson take it. From 143, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames in second. Then 181, Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. From 123, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting. 500cc sidecars, race 4. A win for number 1, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson. In second place was 143, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames. Third place 181, Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. And in fourth place was number 123, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting. The winner's time was 1 minute 39.33 seconds, an average speed of 52.51 miles per hour. Here they come up the first straight, all these two races condensed into one. Adam Shipp goes into the lead. Adam Shipp, his partner is 67, David Knowles, and he looks like he's going around the outside there. Those two seem to have this together, they're well clear of the rest of them. Keith Strudwick in third, his partner is in fifth place at the moment and moves through into fourth. That's Lee Street. All systems go here, but look at these front two runners. 16, Adam Shipp and David Knowles leading this one. 1, 2, 4, Keith Strudwick and Lee Street, they're now partners there up into second place, but they'll need to do better than this to take the title this afternoon. So partners in first and second, partners in third and fourth. Keith Strudwick trying to split up those front pairing. Lee Street holding a good tight line as he does. Then he's got Steve Syrett Gary Wells there, another pairing, and then 59 Chris Bay and 31 Paul Simmons. Chris Still, Malcolm Beattie, John Belcher and Brian Cornelius. Lee Street moves up into third now. Keith Strudwick drops it down to fourth. Keith Strudwick looks like he could get pipped by this other man, but here they come at the last lap flag. It's 67, David Knowles. From 16, Adam Shipp. Lee Street tries to break that partnership up as he tries to go for second. Keith Strudwick is there in fourth. Lee Street's got that second at the moment. Can he hold it? He goes for first. He's through. Lee Street, what a dramatic ride from fifth actually, up into first place, but he's lost it back into second at the moment. It's going to be a mad dash for the line. The checkered flag is there. Lee Street, David Knowles, that was close. That was very, very, very close indeed. I'll wait for the official verdict on that one. Race 5, the 250cc solos, the official result reads as follows. A win for number 75, Lee Street. In second place it was number 67, David Knowles. In third place, number 16, Adam Shipp. In fourth place, number 124, Keith Strudwick. In fifth place, number 62, Steve Syrett. In sixth place, number 70, Gary Wells. In seventh place, number 31, Paul Simmons. In eighth place, number 59, Chris Pay. In ninth place is number 82, Chris Still. In 10th place was 720, Malcolm Beattie. In 11th place, 48, Brian Cornelius. And in 12th place, number 49, John Pilcher. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.11 seconds, an average speed of 54.27 miles per hour. Here they come then, the left-hand sidecars, left-hand chariots, and Hugh Phillips goes into the lead. Hugh Phillips rides with number 142, which is Terry Nicholas. And Steve Heath takes up the running down the back straight. Not Steve Heath, Rob Heath, always doing that. Rob Heath and Andy Butler pick up the lead from Hugh Phillips. So, partner-wise, it's first and fourth together and second and third together. So, point sharing here. Phil Phillips not done and dusted yet, no, he's firing on all 4 cylinders on the Letchford Yamaha. He comes down that straight.
18.
Round the turn they come then. 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler on their Yamaha X up. From Phil Phillips and Aled Thomas and Terry Nicholas and Mr. Murray and Steve Maitland and Dave Hollands in 4th. Last lap flag coming out ready. As they come round this turn they will see that, and Phil Phillips will know it's now or never if he's going to get back to the front. Rob Heath and Andy Butler lead it. Phil Phillips, Aled Thomas in 2nd place, eating dirt. As they go for the inside, now they go for the outside. They're on the last lap, they go down the back straight. I think it's going to be a win for Rob Heath at this distance. Phil Phillips will have his work cut out to get past on this one. I'm not saying he won't try, but I think he's got his work cut out if he's going to do it. They try, they come round the outside, it's going to be tight. As they come up to the line, who's it going to be? Phil Phillips needed a few more yards in that one. It was a win there in my books for Rob Heath and Andy Butler. From Phil Phillips and Aled Thomas, Terry Nicholson, Richard Murray, and then Steve Maitland and Dave Hollands. Sidecars, race 7, the left-hand sidecars, a win for number 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler. In 2nd place, 843, Hippie Phillips and Aled Thomas. In 3rd place, number 142, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. And in 4th place, number 121, Steve Maitland and Dave Hollands. The winner's time was 1 minute 40.46 seconds, an average speed of 51.92 miles per hour. From the top, 18, 843, 142, 121, 1 minute 40.46 seconds, a speed of 51.92 miles per hour. Makes a good start, but Tony Penfold makes a better one. Tony Penfold leads into the first turn. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark there in 2nd place. So it's Tony Penfold and Carl Bell out of that first turn, and down the straight they go. Billy Penfold seems to have been losing his passenger a little bit there and lost a bit of ground behind. He did overtake Graham Hilton, but then relegated himself back down to 3rd place. So the partners are fast at 1st and 3rd and 2nd and 4th at the moment. Tony Penfold looks behind him, sees he's got a big gap on, so he will not waste the motor. He's going to wait now for Graham Hilton to catch him up, which should also enable Billy to catch up a bit of ground, and Tony will hope that Billy can come through. With Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle in 4th place. Billy Penfold now makes those moves on Graham Hilton. Tony Penfold wants to secure the win, but would also like to help his partner out. Hot stuff here, Rockford. Tony Penfold seems to be right up. I think he is waiting for his partner to gain a bit of ground. I don't think he's in trouble. I think he's just biding his time a bit, see if he can help his partner out. Tony Penfold looking over his shoulder, see what's going on. At the last lap flag, Graham Hilton struggling now with Billy Penfold. Billy Penfold gives a big one in 3rd place. He wants to get that second and get on terms with his partner. That is one of these things in this pairs and team racing, is that you don't like to let your other man down. If your partner's in front, you've got to do your best to catch him up. And they come on the last lap. They're going around the last turn for the last time. Tony Penfold slows it right up. Then he'll take Graham Hilton wide, and then Billy might come through. Tony Penfold takes the win. Graham Hilton in 2nd place. Billy Penfold in 3rd. Paul Grayson in 4th. Graham Hilton and Paul Grayson, Team Godden. Sidecars, left-hand sidecars, race 8. A win there for number 25, Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. In 2nd place was number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. In 3rd place was number 123, Billy Penfold and Joe Rendell. And in 4th place was number 8, Richard Grayson, wrong one, Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle. No other finishes. The winner's time 1 minute 53.91 seconds, a speed of 45.79 miles per hour. From the top, 25, 151, 123 and 8. Handley with James Complin. We have number 9, Mitch Godden with Dave Rumsey. We have number 77, Tony Dart with Peter Lloyd. We've got Darren Rolfe with Simon Davey. And we've got Tim Mount with Paul Steibrits. Unfortunately, 188 Mark Ferry and Trevor Eaton are non-starters this afternoon. But look at the rest of that race. I think we're going to have a treat in this one, except for the lap scorers who are going to have a nightmare, I believe, when they get to the line. In the 500cc's, it's going to be a good one. Jason Handley's got at the moment from this person, then Tony Dart, James Complin, Peter Lloyd. Sort this one out if you can. Jason Handley, who broke down earlier with that 350, he means business now on this 500. I doubt if he's written off the chances of being a 350 champion, but he definitely wants to be 500. 95, Jason Handley's got it from Mitch Godden at the moment, from Tony Dart, from Peter Lloyd, from Dave Rumsey, James Complin, Simon Davey, Darren Rolfe, Paul Steibrits and Tim Mount. The competition hots up as Simon Davey comes past James Complin. 95, Jason Handley piling up the points. Mitch Godden in a good position. Then Tony Dart, then Peter Lloyd, then Dave Rumsey. If Dave Rumsey could get up a space here, that would certainly help their tally a lot. Close up the gap on their own pairings and press the others further apart. It's 95, Jason Handley at the last lap flag. From Mitch Godden in second place, then it's Tony Dart. Then it's number 4, Peter Lloyd, from Dave Rumsey, from Simon Davey, from James Complin, from Darren Rolfe. Tim Mount and Paul Steibrits bringing up the rear. Last lap flag's down, the checkered flag's out, and here they come. Jason Handley takes the first win on the 500 to the afternoon. Mitch Godden's in a good second place. Then it's 77, Tony Dart. Then 4, Peter Lloyd. 10, Dave Rumsey. 1, James Complin. 41, Darren Rolfe. It's 9. In first place, number 95, Jason Handley. In second place, number 9, Mitch Godden. In third place, number 77, Tony Dart. In fourth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In fifth place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. In sixth place, number 1, James Complin. In seventh place, number 41, Darren Rolfe. In eighth place, number 24, Paul Steibrits. And in ninth place, number 17, Tim Mount. The winner's time was 1 minute 25.09 seconds, an average speed of 61.3 miles per hour. Simmons gets a good start. Lee Cross gets a better one. Malcolm Simmons moving to the front of the first one. Matt Reid Cross going on the outside of him. It's Malcolm Simmons that leads. Matt Reid taking it. Matt Reid goes too wide. Malcolm Simmons in first place. Matt Reid in second place. Paul Knott comes through. Matt Reid is in second. Paul Knott in third. Malcolm Simmons leads it. 152. Matt Reid comes through on the inside. Malcolm Simmons fights back. 30 years ago it was Malcolm Simmons who was pushing hard, and it was some of the others who had to give way to him, and now Malcolm's having to give way to some of these younger riders. Jason Wilby unfortunately goes out with problems. It's 152, Matt Reed from Maidstone that leads from number 30, Malcolm Simmons. All not pushing hard there in second place. All not goes through. Malcolm Simmons goes back to third. Meanwhile, it's all hot stuff at Oxford as the last lap flag comes out. 152. Matt Reed leads it, Paul in second place. They are a pair. They are piling up the points. Malcolm Simmons is in third. Charles Giles' passenger is in partner is in fifth place at the moment. As they come round the last turn for the last time, Matt Reed from Paul Knott. That's a pairing. That must put them in front. Malcolm Simmons takes third place. Official result for you in a moment. The 500cc solo is a win for number 152, Matt Reed. In second place, his partner, number 29, Paul Knott. In third place was number 30, Malcolm Simmons. In fourth place was number 12, Daniel Winterton. In fifth place was number 26, Mark Giles. In sixth place was number 28, Lee Cross. Seventh place was 74, Robin Pilcher. Eighth place was number 2, Adrian Harden. And in ninth place was number 14, Paul Austin. The winner's time was 1 minute 29.27 seconds, an average speed of 58.43 miles per hour. Number 14, Paul Austin, was relegated to last place for persistent course cutting. The right-hand chariots are underway, and it looks like the best pair are in front. The defending pairs champions are in front. John Halsey in second place. Then the Lone Ranger, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. He gets up there into third place, ahead of Ian the Amies and Kev Jones. 13, John Halsey and Jason Handley. 24, Rob Wilson and then Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. Ian the Amies and Kev Jones. Tony Gilbert and Andy Wood bringing up the rear there. Nicely spread out, making it easy for us in the box. And I think another Yamaha. Flat out up that back straight, the checkered flag coming out this time. The defending pairs champions have got it sewn up in this one, first and second. As they come down to that checkered flag, it's ready to take it. From Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, then Paul Roberts. And the Lone Rangers in this one. Race 11, the right-hand sidecars, the pace hotting up here as a win for number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place was number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. And in third place was number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. In fourth place, 181, Ian Leamis and Kev Jones. And in fifth place, number 36, Tony Gilbert and Andy Wood. The winner's time of 1 minute 23.19 seconds, an average speed of 55.30 miles per hour. Had away down the first straight, Dave Steer picks it up. Dave Steer on the first turn with Rob Sharrock in the chair. They come round that turn, they got Phil Bickley and Paul Silver in second place. Jason Gill and then number 11. is Kenny Hammill and John Richards. Dave Steer, powering out up front. Picking up some useful points here early in the meeting. But his partner is down in 4th place, so good spread of points here. 17 and Rob Sharrock. Paul Bickley, Paul Silvera, John Hiscock and Jason Gill, and they're going to hold off the big charge now from Kenny Hammill. Kenny Hammill pushing hard on John Hiscock. The checker flag is out. What's going to happen on this last turn? Kenny Hammill got there, very close on the line. 12, a win for number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock. In 2nd place, number 18, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. I'm wrong, I've done that again. 18, Paul Bickley and Paul Silvera. He'll kill me later. 2nd place, 18, Paul Bickley and Paul Silvera. 3rd place, 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. And in 4th place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. The winner's time, 1 minute 23.77 seconds, an average speed of 54.92 miles per hour. 17, 18, 184, 11, 1 minute 23.77 seconds, 54.92 miles per hour. Club. Signposted from the A260 folks at the Canterbury Road. Here we go. Cornish in front. Number 60 and 75. Second at the moment. Problems for Neil Owen. He's on the centre green. That's terrible bad luck for him, and his partner continuing there in 4th place at the moment. Duncan Tolhurst goes after his partner, full bore fashion. Leaving a gap between him and Ivor Matthews. 60. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley the lead. From Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie in 2nd place. Then Ivor Matthews and Do It All Wall. They're holding 3rd. Lee Ray in 4th. 60. And the last lap flag from Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. James Rogers and R. Masterton. The checkered flag comes out. This one comes to a quick end as they come flat out of that turn. Good pairings there, 60. It's not Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Simon Beanie, their partners in 2nd place. Then Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall in 3rd. Lee Ray and Nicky Owen in 4th. James Rogers and R. Masterton bringing up the rear in 5th. And Neil Owen pushing back to the pits. Official result in a moment. Right-hand sidecars. Race 13, a win for number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In 2nd place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. In 3rd place was number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In 4th place was number 9, Lee Ray and Nick Owen. In 5th place it was number 14, James Rogers and R. Masterton. No 6th finisher, the winner's time, 1 minute 21.99 seconds. An average speed of 56.11 miles per hour. Flat out off we go then, just the 2 pairs in this one. At the National Championship Best Pairs here at Otford. And number 2 it is that leads, that's Duncan Fish and Malcolm Ivy. His partner Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. And then Steve Smith. Not sure this is right. Steve Smith, Mike Day, John Stafford, Alan Green. Could be. Round that turn they come then. Number 2, Duncan Fish leading. Good points for him. His partner is right there in second place, Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. Turn they come then. Number 2, Duncan Fish and Malcolm Ivy. 71, Mark Sharrock and Kevin Fuller. In 81, John Stafford and Alan Green. And bringing up the rear is Steve Smith. And Mike Day. Mike Day, who normally campaigns his own 1000cc Kawasaki outfit, passenger in this afternoon. For Steve Smith. Round the turn they come then. There goes the checkered flag. Duncan Fish and Malcolm Ivy, followed home by his partner Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller, and that means that they join Duncan Tolhurst and number 60 Richard Thomas, and join at the top of the tree with Rob Wilson and John Halsey. Race 14 then. A win for number 2, Duncan Fish and Malcolm Ivy. In second place was number 71, Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. In third place was 81, John Stafford and Alan Green. And in fourth place was 121, Steve Smith and Mike Day. The winner's time, 1 minute 27.45 seconds, an average speed of 52.61 miles per hour. From the top 2, 71, 81, 121, 1 minute 27.45 seconds, 52.61 miles per hour. Tony Dart soon gets in there and splits them up. Tony Dart has managed to split them up, and who's that coming through trying to get that third place now? Looks like Lee Gaydon. They come out on this turn. It is 173 Neil Taylor from Tony Dart, from Nick Irwin, Terry Massingham, Nathan Irwin, Chris Norris, Chris Merrill. What a call Chris Norris for? And then Walter Neame bringing up the rear. Oh, not bringing up the rear. Tommy Rowley's bringing up the rear. Got carburetional problems by the sounds of things. Could be electrical. 173 Neil Taylor. 177 Tony Dart. From Mark Taylor. From Lee Gaydon. From Nick and Nathan Irwin. They are a pairing and they are together. And Nathan's sneaking up with his uncle's back wheel there. But Nick powers it around the outside. Here they come then. The last lap flag is out. Out in front is 173 Neil Taylor, 72 Tony Dart from Mark Taylor. From Lee Gaydon. Well, I'm not sure how that'll separate the points up, but certainly the Taylor brothers scored a point or 2 back up. We're only 2 points adrift after the first leg. Starting to make amends. Here comes the checkered flag. The checkered flag is out, and Neil Taylor takes the win from Tony Dart, from Mark Taylor, from Lee Gaydon. Then it's Nathan and Nick Irwin. From Chris Mills, Terry Massingham. Race 15, the 350cc solos, the pace hots up here. A win for number 1, that's 7-3, that's Neil Taylor. In second place was 77, Tony Dart. In third place was 170, Mark Taylor. In fourth place was 116, Lee Gaydon. In fifth place was 83, Nathan Irwin. In sixth place, his partner, 332, uncle, Nick Irwin. Seventh place, number 91, Chris Mills. And in eighth place, number 213, Terry Massingham. In ninth place, number 172, Walter Neame. No 10th place, the winner's time, 1 minute 30.35 seconds, An average speed of 57.73 miles per hour. Race 16, we look at Jason Handley and Ricky Ashworth. They mean business in this event here this afternoon. Unfortunately, a breakdown for Jason Handley in that first race cost them a few points, but they're on their way now. Round the turn they come in, first and second place in That's the Pair, that's the way to do it. Jason Handley, Ricky Ashworth. It's a bit late, but they might be able to make it up, you never know. Great things happen in racing. Gareth Roberts in third, with his partner Roger Giles in fourth. Then Adrian Phipps. With Matt Etherington. 95, Jason Handley. On 20, Ricky Ashworth. On, no, not the last lap yet, are they? Powering on. Last lap flag comes out, it's Jason Handley that's doing the business. Jason Handley, 1 lap to go, his partner Ricky Ashworth in second place. Then it's 7, Gareth Roberts, 300, Roger Giles. 76, Adrian Phipps. Number 5, round the last turn, for the last time, the checkered flag is out. Race 15 comes to a close with a win for Jason Handley, second to Ricky Ashworth. Top points for that pair. Then Gareth Roberts, followed by Rogie Giles, and they are another pair. Then 76, Adrian Phipps, and 5, Matt Etherington. Yet another pair, following each other home. Race 16. Race 16. The 350cc solos, a win there for 95, Jason Handley. Second place, number 20, Ricky Ashworth. Third place to number 7, Gareth Roberts. Fourth place to number 300, Wogie Giles. Fifth place to number 5, Matt Etherington. Sixth place to 76, Adrian Phipps. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 30.38 seconds, and average speed of 57.71 miles per hour. Willis and Mike Simpson are right there on their back wheel. It's hot stuff here as Raz Palmer picks up the first place. It's Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg leading. Out of that turn they go, flat out, up this straight. Then it's number 1, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson. Number 5, Andy Hopkins, Roy Mitchell. From 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting. Some of the best 500cc chariots in the country here this afternoon. They are the international class. Can't remember where Bester Goodwin said he was riding last night. I think it was Germany. But he can go to Germany and back. Coming up close on that corner there as number 5 sneaks past number 1. That's Andy Hopkins getting past Clive Willis. 71, Raz Palmer then. In first place, his partner's moved up into second place. They're on the last lap. The second. Look, the problem there for Clive Simpson and his mudguard has got caught under his sidecar tyre, and it's dragging him down very slowly. Problems for those two. Their sidecar mudguard has broken free and gone round underneath the tyre. They're looking all round that bike to see what the problem is. 71, Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg take the win. So Andy Hopkins, his partner with Guy Mitchell in second place. Then we have 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting. And limping round, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson going to finish and get those valuable points. But it is the sidecar mudguard that is causing the problem. No doubt they'll have that sorted out for leg 3. Custom deer in this one though. I think the sidecar tyres also picked up a puncture there, so mechanics will be going furious at the end of the... A win for number 71, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Second place to number 5, Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell. Third place to number 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and Richard Sweeting. And in fourth place was number 1, Clive Willis and Mike Simpson with that puncher. The winner's time there was 1 minute 38.03 seconds, a speed of 53.21 miles per hour. Quickly again, 71, 5, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 1 minute 38.03, 53.21. On the front line, looks like Keith Drury. Keith Drury is in third, that's his partner. Keith Richards is in second. So there's pairing split up here, and it's up to Keith Drury to come past Keith Richards to get on par with his partner. One and 1, 2, 3 and 3 and 91. We're on 11 points apiece in front at the start of this second leg, with Raz Palmer and Keith Richards pairings on 10. Here they come though. Checkered flag is out, number 3. That's a good one, and Andy Stevens, pick it up. They take the win from Keith Richards in second place. Official result in a moment. A win for number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens. Second place to 143, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames. Third place to 181, Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. And fourth place to number 91, Keith Drury and Tony Cook. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 40.83 seconds, a speed of 51.73 miles. 51.73 miles per hour. The 250cc boys are back in action. Keith Strudwick and Lee Street scored 23 points from the first leg, and they are side by side in this one. Lee Street's got the advantage, Keith Strudwick's right there with him. That's the way to ride as a pair. Don't let anybody else come underneath you. Here comes Adam Shipp. 75, Lee Street from 124. Keith Strudwick. Top 16, Adam Shipp. From Steve Syrett. 75, Lee Street holding on to it. From Keith Strudwick in second place, they are a pairing and they are right there. In 16, Adam Shipp. In 62, Steve Syrett. They're not a pairing. And Mr. Knowles, I think, is the partner. Here they come then, 75, Lee Street, on the last lap flag from his partner, Keith Strudwick. Then it's 6 speed, Adam Shipp. Look at Stevie Syrett going past Adam Shipp on that corner. Can he hold on to it? He's got the inside line, but the faster line round the outside was with Adam Shipp. They're going to be close as they fight on again into this next turn. The checkered flag comes out this time. Lee Street, well clear and doesn't know anything about what's going on behind him. His partner is in second place, so that's good points for them. From 16, Adam Shipp. 62, Stevie Syrett. 31, Paul Simmons. 67, David Knowles. And another cracking race comes to a close here at Otford. With the sunshine this afternoon is Otford. It was Wetford, I think, last time we were here. Into the 250cc solos, a win there for number 75, Lee Street. In second place was number 124, Keith Strudwick. Those partners move on points. They were in front by 1 point from the last leg, and now they go further clear. In third place, it was number 16, Adam Shipp. Fourth place, 62, Steve Syrett. Fifth place, number 31, Paul Simmons. Sixth place, number 67, Chris Knowles. No, David Knowles, wrong one. In seventh place was number 59, Chris Pay. Eighth place, 48, Brian Cornelius. Ninth was 720, Malcolm Beanie. 10th, 82, Chris Still. And then number 49, John Pilcher, having his last ride here this afternoon. The winner's time, 1 minute 37.34 seconds, an average speed of 53.58 miles per hour. Seconds, 53.58 miles per hour, and here come these left-hand sidecars. Here, Zippy Phillips goes into the lead. He winds on that throttle around that corner. Graham Hilton is there in second place. Who was that sneaked up through? I think that was the other Welsh fellow, the partner for Hugh Phillips this afternoon. He's moved up into second place. So it's Hugh Hippie Phillips that leads with 142. Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray in second place. They're a partnership and they're going for it here this afternoon. They're in third place on 10 points before this race, but they need to salvage a few here to come up the table. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark in third, and then Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle in fourth spot. Martin Cuff, who was to partner, Graham Hilton this afternoon, snapped a cam chain in practice and is unable to take any further part in the meeting. 843, Hugh Phillips and Alex Thomas from 142, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. From 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. And then Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle bringing up the rear. Those two outfits could have been Team Gaydon this afternoon. Even Martin Cuff was on a Gaydon this afternoon, so Team Gaydon there. And then the lead, 843, Hugh Phillips on the last lap flag, on the Letchford Yamaha. From Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray in second place, they're the partners. And it's Graham Hilton and Colin Clark and Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle in third and fourth places. Again, partners here this afternoon. Out of that turn then, Hugh Hippie Phillips scores the win. Wasn't really hanging about waiting for his partner much, was he? Left him to do his own thing. At 142 there. Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray come home for second place. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark take third. Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle in fourth. Running your programme, a win for 843, Hugh Hippie Phillips and Aled Thomas. In second place, the partners, number 142. Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. In third place is 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. And in fourth place, number 8, Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle. The winner's time, 1 minute 45.64 seconds, an average speed of 49.37 miles per hour. Race 22, the left-hand sidecars. Tony Benfold leads it. Tony Benfold goes in first place. His partner is in third place at the moment. Rob Heath, who scored a win first time out, is there in second and challenging hard. Steve Maitland and Dave Hollins in fourth place, struggling now with, going past, I should say, Billy Penfold. Billy Penfold goes for the outside line and Tony Penfold leads it. Tony Penfold from Rob Heath. From Dave Hollins, from Billy Penfold. Team Penfold here this afternoon in first and fourth at the moment. Round the turn they come then. 25, Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. From Rob Heath and Andy Butler. From Steve Maitland and Dave Hollins. From Billy Penfold and Stuart Marsh. Stuart Marsh regularly rides his own left-hand sidecar, so he'll be giving his passengers some stick next week after saying, look, I can do it, so can you. Here they come. Last lap flag is out. It's Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. In the lead from Rob Heath and Andy Butler in second place. Then Steve Maitland and Dave Hollins, and then Billy Penfold. Stuart Marsh bringing up the rear. Checkered flag is out. That's the win for Tony Penfold. From Rob Heath. From Steve Maitland. And then bringing up the rear, Billy Penfold. Race 22, the left-hand sidecars. A win there for number 25, Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. In second place was number 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler. In third place was number 121, Steve Maitland and Dave Hollins. And in fourth place was number 123, Billy Penfold and Stuart Marsh. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 45.69 seconds, the speed of 49.35 miles per hour. Here they come. Jason Handley in front. Jason Handley right off the ground there. He's done well to hold on to that, and not only hold on to the bike, but he's held on to first place. Matt Reed goes with him in second, and it's Lee Cross. And it's James Conklin. Where is Paul Knott? Paul Knott is down in fourth, coming through for third. Jason Handley goes wide. 152, Matt Reed is right in there after him. Paul Knott is up to third. Then Lee Cross, then James Conklin, then Chet Rolls, not Chet Rolls, Darren Rolls, Rob Rolls. Then Simon Davey, got over his mechanical problems earlier. Squirting on the throttle down that bottom end of the circuit and coming out of that turn on full song. Beautiful line round that corner, Jason Handley. From Matt Reed, from Paul Knott, from James Conklin. So partner rides are first and fourth and second and third at the moment. Jason Handley really going for it here this afternoon. It's got there 5 points adrift behind 152 and 29, so this won't actually help them too much. That's the last lap flag. Jason Handley leads it. Matt Reed in second. Paul Knott in third. Then James Conklin. Then Lee Cross. Darren Rolls, Simon Davey, Jason Wilby. Jim Mountain, Paul Simon, making a rare appearance on the grass these days. There goes There's the checkered flag, it's 95. Jason Handley that takes it. Matt Reed and Paul Knott, they're a pairing, second and third, piling up the points. I think they increased their lead by that one. Then it's James Conklin, then it's Darren Roll, Lee Cross, Simon Davey, Jason Wilby, Paul Stybritz, and 17 Tim Mount. A win for number 95, Jason Handley. In second place, it was number 152, Matt Reed. In third place, it was number 29, Paul Knott. Fourth place, number 1, James Conklin. Fifth place, number 41, Darren Roll. Sixth place, number 28, Lee Cross. Sorry, I didn't give you time for that, did I? Seventh place, number 3, Simon Davey. Eighth place, 65, Jason Wilby. Ninth place, number 17, Tim Mount. And 10th place, number 24, Paul Stybritz. The winner's time, 1 minute 29.70 seconds, an average speed of 58.15 miles. Here they come then. Malcolm Simmons leads it again into the first turn. He hasn't lost the back yet, has he? Richie Cotton squeezes through on the inside on the first turn. Malcolm Simmons drops a couple of places. Puts him down alongside his partner. Perhaps that's the game. Try and push his partner along. His partner goes up alongside Tony Dart. Tony Dart fights back. Mitch Cotton leads it. Peter Lloyd is right there with him. Peter Lloyd, he's trying to do it past me there. That was very nice. Peter Lloyd seems to have picked it up on that corner. Mitch Cotton's right there. Malcolm Simmons is out with problems. That won't do the points tally much good there. Malcolm Simmons out with problems on that one. Number 4, Peter Lloyd leads it, and Mitch Cotton is looking very dangerous here in second place. I don't mean dangerous as in they're going to hurt himself, I mean dangerous in threatening the position of Peter Lloyd. He looks like he really means business. He's sizing him up from the inside line there. Meanwhile, the race continues, things are happening. Peter Lloyd stretches that lead a little bit. Mitch Cotton comes right up on the inside. Look at that tight line he took around that corner. He's not really going to the yards from Peter Lloyd. Peter Lloyd leads, Mitch Cotton in second, then Tony Dart, then Mark Giles, then Dave Rumsey, Paul Austin, and Daniel Winterton. Robert Belcher. And bringing up the rear is Adrian Harden. Then the checkered flag comes out now. Peter Lloyd lapping it up here at Oxford. He always likes this circuit. Peter Lloyd takes it, Mitch Cotton in second, Tony Dart in third. Then 26 Mark Giles, then 10 Dave Rumsey. Paul Austin and Daniel Winterton. Robin Pilcher and Adrian Hart. It's a win, and a very fast win, for number 4, Peter Lloyd. In second place, pushing all the way, was number 9, Mitch Cotton. In third place, it was 77, Tony Dart. In fourth place, it was number 26, Mark Giles. In fifth place, it was number 10, Dave Rumsey. In sixth place, it was number 14, Paul Austin. In seventh place, it was number 12, Daniel Winterton. In 8th place, it was 74, Robin Pelcher, and in 9th place was number 2, Adrian Harden. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 26.55 seconds, giving an average speed of 60.27 miles per hour, the fastest time of the day so far. 24 Rob Wilson and 13 John Halsey. And also on 14 points are number 2, Duncan Tolhurst. I looked at the wrong start line there. Didn't think they were moving. Here they come. John Halsey goes to the front in this one. This is Rob Wilson, Tony Lars, John Halsey, Jason Benny, Duncan Fisher, Malcolm Ivey, and Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. Ironically, they were at the top of the tree each after the first round, but this puts the pairing of John Halsey and Rob Wilson one up on the others. John Halsey, Rob Wilson, leading this one from Duncan Fisher, Malcolm Ivey and Mark Sharrock and Kevin Fuller. John Halsey, Jason Handley leading it, from Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. They are the defending pairs champions, and they're pulling away at the top of the tree from this one. All remains to be seen if they can hold these places is what Duncan Tolhurst and Richard Thomas can do in their heat to chase them home. There goes the second flag. That's the win for number 13. John Halsey and Jason Glennie from his partner 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Third place, Duncan Fisher, Malcolm Ivey, and in fourth place, Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. Race 25, right-hand sidecars, a win for 13. John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place is number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In third place is number 2, Duncan Fisher and Malcolm Ivey, and in fourth place, number 71, Mark Sharrock and Kev Fuller. The winner's time was 1 minute 23.60 seconds, an average speed of 55.03 miles per hour. Duncan Thomas and Simon Beattie, Richard Thomas and Kevin Handley, and they go in this one. Against Steve Syrett and Rob Sharrock, with Kenny Hammill and John Richards. And the lone runners, Paul Roberts and Terry Madley, going on their own. Race 26, right-hand sidecars. Duncan Tolhurst makes the best of the start. His partner's right there with him at the moment, but Dave Steer's got sights on that second place. So Vaughan Roberts has got sights on that third place that Dave Steer's sitting in too. Duncan Tolhurst leads it. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley, they are partners. If they can hold this, they will stay on the top of the tree with John Halsey and Rob Wilson. Vaughan Roberts doing his best on his own. He has no partner this afternoon. He's there in fifth place. 74. Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beattie, top 60. His partner, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. From Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock. Super stuff here at Oxford, the Barra. Staying there themselves, all of them. At the moment. Duncan Tolhurst leads, his partner is losing a little bit of ground. Dave Steer's getting in there, making it happen. Vaughan Roberts hasn't given up yet, he's pushing hard. Perhaps we should double his score at the end of the day for not having a partner, see where he gets to then. 74, Duncan Tolhurst, Simon Beattie, 82nd flag. From Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. Race 26, the right-hand sidecars, and a win there for number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beattie. In second place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In third place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock. In fourth place, number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. And in fifth place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. No sixth finisher, the winner's time 1 minute 22.63 seconds, an average speed of 55.67 miles per hour. Here we come then. Flat out, Ivan Matthews picks it up on the first turn. John Hiscock goes with him. Ivan Matthews on the inside, John Hiscock on the outside, they're going for it. Aaron Galluga. Then Paul Bickley, Paul Silvera. So So we could say it's A partner from A partner from B partner from B partner, couldn't we? But that wouldn't make much sense. Ivor Matthews, do it all well, leading this one. Problems for John Hiscock on the far side. He looks down at the motor now. I can tell you that's he's got it going again. It seems to be keeping it going. Ivor Matthews, Paul Bickley, Paul Silvera, and James Rogers. And Armaster, 14184, John Hiscock. Not sure his product seemed to have a mechanical problem. Now it all seems to be going A-OK. It's very unlike John Hiscock to get problems, I can tell you. That's why it came off the core and he's put it back on. I don't know. Doesn't normally get very many mechanics here. Put a lot of time and effort into his outfit. Normally that's one of the most reliable there is out there. Ivor Matthews, do it all well, leading down that back straight. Paul Bickley, Paul Silvera in second place. James Rogers and R. Masterton in third place. And John Hiscock, Jason Gill bringing up the rear. Still trying to see if I can see anything wrong with that bike. He's looking down at it. There's certainly one or two problems there for him, but very unlike John to have trouble, I can tell you. A win for number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In second place is number 18, Paul Bickley and Paul Silvera, and in third place, number 14, James Rogers and R. Masterton. Fourth place, 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. The winner's time, 1 minute 23.81 seconds, an average speed of 54.89 miles per hour. From the top, 15, 18, 14, 184. 1 minute 23.81 seconds, 54.89 miles per hour. Underway. Neil Owen makes the most of it. He had a breakdown the first time. His partner's gone right there in second place with him. Look at that. Lovely bit of blocking of the track on that first turn there. Close the door on the opposition. A beautiful trick there. Then it's Ian Beavis. Neil Owen. Dylan Davis. On the big Cotton Reach win, leading this one from his partner, Lee Ray and Nicky Owens. On the 181. Ian Beavis and Kev Fuller. From their partners, 36, Tony Gilbert. Looks like he's going to get beaten by John Stafford. John Stafford goes through there. Steve Smith out with problems. Steve Smith and Mike Day on their way back to the pits. Number 4, Neil Owen and Dylan Davis. Pushing away on this one, unfortunately lost a lot of points there in that first race. Making up for some of them now, with Lee Ray starter in second place. Then it's Ian Beamis and Kev Fuller. Wrong one, Kev Jones. Wrong Kev. Then John Stafford and Alan Green. Round the turn they come in there, second place, and Neil Owen and Davis take the win from their partners, Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. That must put them back in the hunt. Then Ian Beamis and Kev Jones, John Stafford, Alan Green, Tony Gilbert, Andy Wood. Official result in a jiffy. Race 28, the right-hander sidecars, a win for number 4, Neil Owen and Dylan Davis. In second place was number 9, Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. Third place, 181, Ian Beamis and Kev Jones. Fourth place was number 81, John Stafford and Alan Green. Fifth place was number 36. Tony Gilbert and Andy Wood. No sixth finisher. The winner's time, 1 minute 25.52 seconds, an average speed of 53.79 miles per hour. 4, 9, 181, 81, 36, 1 minute 25.52 seconds, 53.79 miles per hour. first straight. Who's it going to be? There's one of the Taylors. Followed by one of the Taylors. The boys that go in the lead there. Neil from Mark. Neil Taylor leads. Mark in second place. All the trouble telling those two apart. Wogie Giles is right in there and going for second. Mark Wogie comes in there for second place. Riding Colin Sweevy's bikes this afternoon. He's just settling to them now. He winds that throttle up. He's just a bit wide out of that corner, but he's good to take a pairing up. This will be interesting because Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon will thank him kindly for that one. Do a big pat on his back when he gets back in the pits. Not that he's doing it for them, he's doing it for himself. Here they come. Out of the turn, the Taylor brothers. First and third at the moment. Wogie holding them apart. Look at Wogie now riding his heart out on that machine that he's riding this afternoon for the first time. Holding on to that second place though. Mark Taylor leads it from Wogie Giles, from Neil Taylor, from Gareth Roberts. Gareth is Wogie's partner, so they're second and fourth at the moment. That's good points for them. Last lap flag is out. Can Wogie hold it? He's riding his heart out there, I can tell you. Well, it's Neil Taylor, Wogie Giles, Mark Taylor waiting to try and get past Wogie, but he's hard rider to pass is Wogie. Then Gareth Roberts in fourth. There goes the checkered flag. Look at the fight for third, second and third place. Wogie holds on to it. Neil Taylor, Wogie Giles, Mark Taylor, Gareth Roberts. 50cc solos and a win there for 173, Neil Taylor. In second place it was 300, riding his heart out, Wogie Giles. In third place was number 170, Mark Taylor. In fourth place, number 7, Gareth Roberts. Fifth place, number 91, Chris Mills. If you know someone I don't. Sixth place, number 5, Matt Etherington. 7th place, number 76, Adrian Phipps. 8th place, the winner's time, 1 minute 33.70 seconds, a speed of 55.67 miles per hour. Flat out up the straight, here they come. Nathan Irwin, look at that, what a crack over start. But Ricky Ashworth and Jason Handley power on through on the first turn. Wilson on the problems at the back there, but it seems to have cured his problem as he continues his merry way. Looks like Jason Handley and Ricky Ashworth first and second in this one. They need the points to try and catch up with the Taylor brothers and Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon. They do need to keep them down there. Jason Handley, Ricky Ashworth, showing what can be done with consistent riding and just keep plugging. Jason Handley, Ricky Ashworth. I would have thought that Jason would have slowed down a little bit and kept Ricky right alongside his back wheel to block the track, because Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon are very fast movers. You don't give them too many inches or they take a mile. 95, Jason Handley looks back to see where Ricky Ashworth is. It's all safe at the moment, but Lee Gaydon is there and Tony Dart mean business. Then it's 183. Nathan Irwin, followed by his uncle Nick Irwin, their partners, and then Terry Massingham Waldenine, partnered again at the back. Round they come then. Flat out of that turn, the last lap flag made ready. Jason Handley, Ricky Ashworth, Lee Gaydon, Tony Dart, Nathan Irwin, Nick Irwin, Terry Massingham, and Waldenine. Well, it's those first two pairings we need to keep our eyes on, and it doesn't look like anything's going to change on this the last turn. Tony Dart looks slightly more sedate than in his first race. Pete Ruffles running around like a whatever. Squad 95, Jason Handley takes it from 20, Ricky Ashworth. That's a pairing in first and second place. Then Lee Gaydon and Tony Dart. That's another pairing in second and third and fourth places. Then Nathan Irwin and Nick Irwin, another pairing. And Terry Massingham, Walter Neame. Okay, it paired very well this afternoon. Race 30, the 350cc solos, and the win going to number 95, Jason Handley. Followed home in second place by his partner, number 20, Ricky Ashworth. In third place was 116, Lee Gaydon. Followed home in fourth place by his partner, 77, Tony Dart. In fifth place, number 83, Nathan Irwin, followed home by his partner, 332, Nick Irwin. In 7th place was 213, Terry Massingham, followed home in 8th place by a partner, 172, Walter Neame. No 9th or 10th finishers, the winner's time 1 minute 34.01 seconds, the speed of 55.48 miles per hour. Here they come, the Strimmers of Victoria, the International Fast Sidecar. Mr. Goodwin and Andy Stevens tearing the reverse turn first. What I did mean to tell you about this, I was too busy talking about other things, was that, had a bit of a whoopsie. Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell. Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell, and the red flags are out. The race being stopped in the interest of safety. Flat out, up the straight. Number 3. Go for it. Raz Palmer wants as many points as he can get out of this race to save a little bit of grace and carry him towards the end of the afternoon. All hot stuff here at Oxford. Keith Drury in 3rd place at the moment. So gaining a few points there. Andy Harrison and Keith Richards battling it away at the back. Number 3, Leicester and Andy Stevens leading. Raz Palmer, Danny Hogg in 2nd place, then number 91, Keith Drury, Tony Cook holding on to 3rd, valuable points on them front 3 places, I can tell you. Raz Palmer gets the bit between his teeth now, on the last lap, he's going to try and take Lester Goodwin on this one. He's going to try and hold on to it. Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens from Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg, from 91, Keith Drury and Tony Cook, then Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby, and then Keith Richards and Terry. Yes. A checkered flag. Well, it's a good win. And Andy Stevens. From 71, Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg. Keith Drury, Tony Cook, Steve Ashby. No, Andy Kerrison, Steve Ashby. And Keith Richards. 1 and 32 combined. The race is 31 and 32 combined. A win for number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens. In 2nd place, number 71, Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg. 3rd place to number 91, Keith Drury and Tony Cook. 4th place to number 181, Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. And in 5th place, number 143, Keith Richards and Mr. Eames. The winner's time, 1 minute 39.61 seconds, an average speed of 52.36 miles per hour. From the top, 3, 71, 91, 181, 143, 1 minute 39.61 seconds, 52.36 miles per hour. 250cc solos on 49 points with a good 10-point lead are 124 Keith Strudwick and 75 Lee Street. Keith Strudwick made it to the front there, then he got overtaken by Stevie Syrett and they got all overtaken by Lee Street, so it's Lee Street that leads it. Keith Strudwick coming back at Steve Syrett now. Very tight there on that corner. I think he had his nose cut off actually. 75, Lee Street from Steve Syrett, Keith Strudwick, Adam Shipp. All systems go on this turn. It's 75 Lee Street, the British champion, making his mark felt here. His partner is in second place, right there with him. So they'll pull further clear on the table this time. All exciting stuff here at Oxford. '75 Lee Street. 124 Keith Strudwick, 62 Steve Syrett. From 67 David Knowles, Adam Shipp, Gary Wells, Paul Simmons, Malcolm Beanie, Chris Pay and Brian Cornelius. Brian Cornelius trying to get the better of Chris Pay on that last corner, on the last lap. Coming round the last corner, Lee Street looks behind him, seizes his partner, all is well. There goes the checkered flag, 75 Lee Street takes the win. 124 to Keith Strudwick in second place, then Stevie Syrett, then David Knowles, Adam Shipp, Gary Wells, Paul Simmons, Malcolm Beanie, Brian Cornelius and Chris Pay. Race 34, the 250cc solos, race 34. A win for number 75, Lee Street. In second place, number 124, his partner, Keith Strudwick. In third place, number 62, Steve Syrett. In fourth place, number 67, Dave Knowles. In fifth place, number 16, Adam Shipp. Sixth place, number 70, Gary Wells. Seventh place, number 31, Paul Simmons. Eighth place, 720, Malcolm Beanie. Ninth place, 48, Brian Cornelius. And 10th place, 59, Chris Pay. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.41 seconds. An average speed of 54.1 miles per hour. In this one, Hugh Phillips takes a funny route up the first straight, but he's there. Tony Penfold gets past him though on that first corner. And Billy Penfold is struggling with the Honda Fireblade. Only 1 point adrift at the start of this third leg, but that has cost the pairing dear. Such a shame. Tony Penfold, his partner, is leading the race. Hugh Phillips is right there in second place. Terry Nicholas is in third. Terry Nicholas has seen that Billy Penfold's in trouble and he realises that there is no point in causing mayhem now. He can just run around, pick up that third place. That will be good points at the head of this table. Very, very wise move. Billy Penfold trying to get that Fireblade to fire up again, but he's not having any of it. Tony Penfold holding on to a slender lead from Hugh Phillips. Hugh Phillips doesn't seem to know that he doesn't have to win this race. Hugh goes for it. He's a natural born racer. He's really powering after that Tony Penfold. Not only does he want to win it on points, he wants to win it by winning it. And that's a racer for you. He's come all the way from Welsh Wales. He's not going to give up now. Look at how close they are as they come up to that last lap flag. Tony Penfold and Carl Bell from Hugh Phillips. Bill Penfold gets his bike going, but I can't see him completing 3 from 4 in this time, in the time left available. Look at those two firing away down that back straight. Hugh Phillips doesn't need to do this, but he's guaranteed to make a race of it. His partner just cruising up over the last lap flag now, and then the checkered flag comes out, and who's going to get it? This is going to be tight. Watch this one. Tony Penfold, I think, just from Hugh Phillips. A nice close finish there, and Hugh Phillips waves to him and says, thanks for a great race, mate. That's what he came down here to do. He didn't come down to ride his bike, he came down to race it. A natural racer. Race 35, the left-hand sidecars, and a win there for number 25, Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. By a few inches from number 843, Hugh Hippie Phillips and Aled Thomas. And in third place, number 142, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 46.65 seconds, an average speed of 48.91 miles per hour. Here they come, they're gunning up the first straight. Rob Heath and Andy Butler, as expected, make the start. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark go right there with him on that first turn. Paul Grayson holding off the challenge of Steve Maitland at the moment. Steve Maitland trying to go around the outside, and he does so. Steve Maitland moves up to third. He now needs to get past Graham Hilton to pile on the points at the top of the tree there. Interesting to see how the points work out after this one. 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark holding that tight line. Steve Maitland knows the only way past Graham Hilton is round the outside. Not many people get on the outside of Graham Hilton. He's going for it. He's got down that back straight. He's got in front. He's clear. He's up into second place behind his partner. Rob Heath slows up a little. I think he's waiting for his partner so that they can make the track impassable. Round they come then. 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler from 1-2-1. Steve Maitland. Dave Holland from 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. Then number 8, Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle. Flat out there goes Paul Grayson, picks up past his partner Graham Hilton, and Graham Hilton's got problems or whether he's just slowed up. But as long as he or his partner finishes third, the other one finishes fourth, there's not a great problem. 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler. From 1-2-1, Steve Maitland and Dave Holland. From Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle. Graham Hilton looking down at the engine. Colin Clark. Sounds alright to me as it goes by, but... Round the last turn they come then, Rob Heath and Andy Butler take the checkered flag. Steve Maitland and Dave Hollands, they take the second, and Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle seem a bit between the teeth there on that last turn as they try to make a move on Steve Maitland. But that's the 1-2-3. A win for 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler. In second place, number 1-2-1, Steve Maitland and Dave Hollands. In third place, number 8, Paul Grayson and Richard Fremantle. And in fourth place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 54.32 seconds. An average speed of 45.62 miles per hour. This is going to be a good one. Matt Reid leads. Matt Reid from Mitch Godden, Dave Rumsey, Paul Knott. Paul Knott and Dave Rumsey both having a little funny 5 minutes on a couple of those bumps on that corner, but all cruising for a bruising at the moment. 152, Matt Reid leads it. Mitch Godden got the bit between his teeth. He's going for it in second place. Then it's Paul Knott. Then it's Dave Rumsey. Darren Rose, Simon Daly, Mark Giles, Robin Pilcher, Adrian Hart. Matt Reid leads it. Mitch Godden chases hard in second place. 152, Matt Reid. 9, Mitch Godden. On 29, Paul Knott. From Dave Rumsey. So first and third are partners, second and fourth are partners. Darren Rose. Simon Davey. Matt Reid has a funny 5 minutes going around that corner, but he's all under control. The running's okay. He takes the last lap flag from number 9, Mitch Godden, from 29, Paul Knott. From 10, Dave Rumsey, from Darren Roll. from Simon Davey, from Mark Giles. Partner Malcolm Simmons doesn't come out in this one. Then there's Robin Pilcher. And Adrian Harden. Checkered flag. 152 wins it. Second place to Mitch Godden as he looks over his shoulder at Paul Knott. Third place then for Paul. Fourth for Dave Rumsey. Fifth for Darren Rolfe. Then Simon Davey. Mark Giles. Robin Pilcher. Adrian Harden. Race 37, the 500cc solos, a win for number 152, Matt Reed. Second place, number 9, Mitch Godden. Third place, number 29, Paul Knott. Fourth place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. Fifth place, number 41, Darren Rolfe. Sixth place, number 3, Simon Davey. Seventh place, number 26, Mark Giles. Eighth place, number 74, Robin Pilcher. And ninth place, number 2, Adrian Harden. No other finishes. The winner's time 1 minute 30.66 seconds, an average speed of 57.53 miles per hour. Tony Dart makes the best of the start. Tony Dart starts well away. Peter Lloyd goes with him. Jason Handley in third. Jason Handley right around the outside line, trying to make up some ground on those front two. Tony Dart takes it from Peter Lloyd. Peter Lloyd takes it back. But they are partners. They need to keep Jason Handley and James Compton out. Jason Handley isn't going to give up without a fight. Jason Handley's there in third place. Peter Lloyd, Tony Dart, Jason Handley, James Compton, Daniel Winston, Lee Cross, Paul Austin, Tim Mount, Jason Wilby. We did need, although not we didn't need, they needed first and second place in this to really make some moves. That was James Compton and Jason Handley, and they are actually third and fourth at the moment. But they're not ruled out of it. Anything can happen in the final, but Peter Lloyd is certainly on form. He's set the fastest time of the day here so far this afternoon, and he's scorching ahead of his partner Tony Dart. Tony Dart, though, not out of it. Still shoe off for Jason Handley. That's slowing him up and hampering him on this cornering. James Compton in fourth place, holding on to the back wheel of his partner. But certainly that steel shoe is causing problems for Jason Handley. He can't follow as fast as he'd like to. Lee Cross is down on the pits turn here. The yellow flags are out. He's up and okay. He's picking up his machine. Number 4, Peter Lloyd, takes the checkered flag. Another win here at Oxford. Tony Dart, his partner, takes second place. Jason Handley struggling without that steel shoe. Comes home for third. James Compton gets fourth. Then Daniel Winterton. Paul Austin. Race 38, the 500cc solos. A win for a number 4, Peter Lloyd. Followed home in second place by his partner, 77, Tony Dart. In third place, number 95, Jason Handley. Fourth place, number 1, James Compton, another partner pairing there. Fifth place to number 12, Daniel Winterton, with his partner in sixth place, number 14, Paul Austin. In seventh was 65, Jason Wilby. In eighth, 17, Tim Mount. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 13.01 seconds, 57.95 miles per hour. Paul Severa. Here we go, up the back straight. Who's it going to be who gets here? Kenny Hammill, I think, picks it up this time. Kenny Hammill leads it. Dave Steer, his partner, is in second place. Duncan Fisher's in third. Mark Sharrow Stafford, and then Steve Smith.
Rubber thing on the back of his car.
Number 11, Kevin Hammill, Kenny Hammill, and John Richards, from Dave Steer, and Rob Sharang, Duncan Fish, Malcolm Ivy, Mark Sharang, and Kev Fuller. Then John Stafford and Alan Green, and Steve Smith and Michael Day bringing up the rear. Up that flag, Kenny Hammill. Kenny Hammill leading it then. Up the back straight with John Richards in the chair then, his partner Dave Steer in second place, and Dave Steer seems to be keeping a safe distance from his partner at the moment. There goes the checker flag. Second place then to Dave Steer. Third place is Duncan Fish. Fourth place, Mark Sharang. Right-hand sidecars, race 39, the right-hand sidecars. A win there for number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. In second place, the partner, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharang. In third place, number 2, Duncan Fish and Malcolm Ivy. In fourth place, his partner, 71, Mark Sharang and Kev Fuller. In fifth place, number 81, John Stafford and Alan Green. And in sixth place, number 121, Steve Smith and Mike Day. The winner's time was 1 minute 24.79 seconds. A speed of 54.26 miles per hour. Then round the first turn, John Halsey from Rob Wilson, the defending pairs champions. In the lead of his own, Ivor Matthews comes up alongside Rob Wilson. Rob Wilson's forced the throttle a bit harder this time. Ivor Matthews got on the inside of Rob Wilson. It's tight stuff as they go around that bottom turn. Up the straight, and for the first time today they've separated that pairing of John Halsey and Rob Wilson. Rob Wilson fights back, he's not having any of it. 13 then, John Halsey leads it. Ivor Matthews in second place, then Rob Wilson. Will it stay like this? Rob Wilson with Colin Hill this afternoon, not Tony Miles, he's out on a big stag weekend. That'll be dear. That'll be dear, stag weekend. Oh, alright, 13, John Halsey, Jason Glennie. 15, Ivor Matthews. Rob Wilson. Colin Hill. Victory and Paul Silvera. Ivor Matthews got a little bit wide there. Now in the loose stuff. He's intending now to come past John Halsey on this last corner. He's got it on the inside. Can he get it? John Halsey and Jason Glennie take it from 15. Ivor Matthews and do it all well from Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. Paul Victory, Paul Silvera. John Hiscock, Jason Gill. James Rogers and R. Masterton. Official result in a moment. Sidecars race 40, a win for John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place, splitting up the pairing there for the first time this afternoon, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In third place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In fourth place, number 18, Paul Bickley and Paul Silvera. In fifth place, the partner for that team, 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. And in sixth place, number 14, James Rogers and Damien Chains. Wrong, James Rogers and R. Masterton. The winner's time, 1 minute 23.70 seconds, a speed of 54.96 miles per hour. Race 41 is on. We have an alteration to race 40's results, so if you've done your points chart, I'm sorry. I think we had a bit of a walkie-talkie failure and we didn't get the information. At the top of the tree on 28 points before this race. Staying on the top of the tree if they can stay in that position now. Round they come. Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie from Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. 181 is out. 181 goes out. With problems, that's Ian the Amers and Kev Fuller. Maybe they will have lent Brown just for last place points, but they are actually pulling off the racing line, letting their partner go through. Kevin Jones, I'm sorry, not Kevin Fuller. Gets it back under control, throws it sideways into the next corner. It's Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie from Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Tony Gilbert and Andy Wood. Ian the Amers and Kev Jones. Checker flag out. Duncan Tolhurst, Simon Beanie. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Race 41. A win for 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. Followed home in second place by his partner, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In third place is number 36, Tony Gilbert and Andy Wood. And in fourth place, number 181, Ian the Amers and Kev Jones. The winner's time was 1 minute 23.45 seconds, a speed of 55.13 miles per hour. See the amended result of race 40 done by the clerk of the course. I'll tell you why in a moment. A win for 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. In third place, number 18, Paul Bickley and Paul Silvera. In fourth place, number 15, Ivan Matthews and Simon Wall. In fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. And in sixth place, number 14, James Rogers and R. Masterton. The winner's time was 1 minute 23.70 seconds and a speed of 54.96 miles per hour. Ivan Matthews put back to fourth place for overtaking off the course in the early part of that race. He gained 2 places by that manoeuvre. He was put back 2 places because of that manoeuvre. Course, in other words. So that's the amended result of race 40. I'll try and give it to you again after this. This is the last race before the interval. It's time to go and get your cans of Coke, your bottles of beer. Jumped out to on his own, the Lone Ranger, and beating the pairing here. Neil Owen's going after him, but that was very tight call there, Vaughan Roberts. Very defensive piece of riding, nothing untoward about it, nothing dirty, just a nice blocking tactic. From Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. In all honesty, it probably doesn't matter with Vaughan Roberts' points tally because he's on his own. But of course, Neil Owen could have another couple of points if he could get past him. Neil Owen coming around the outside, winding on the throttle. The big Godden V-twin flashing away there. The Yamaha X up in front of it. From Neil Owen. From Lee Ray. Neil Owen gains a lot of ground and then as the door slams shut in his face. But he's away. 20, Vaughan Roberts. Point to prove here. What could have happened had he had a partner? 20, Vaughan Roberts. Terry Manley at the checkered flag. From Neil Owen and Dylan Davis. From Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. Race 42 then, the last one before the interval. And could I ask spectators please to allow marshals and first aid crews, commentators, lap scorers the like, to the front of the catering queues. Very little time before we've all got to go back to work again. Race 42, right-hand sidecars. A win there for number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. In second place, number 4, Neil Owen and Durham Davis. And in third place, number 9, the Ray and Nick Owen. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 25.29 seconds, and average speed of 53.94 miles per hour. Well, Duncan Tolhurst and Sam from the Morning Zoo. I don't know Sam's surname, actually. Sam from the Morning Zoo. Listen every morning on my way to work. She certainly makes me giggle. I think this might make her giggle. Last minute tip from Simon Beattie and Duncan Tolhurst and Sam from the Morning Zoo in Victor FM. I do remember turning up at Fritton and having a ride round on a left-hander before, and today she said she fancies to go on a right-hander. I mean, she must be a glutton for punishment, coming back for more. She's going to do the presentations for us this afternoon in Victor FM, supporting the Grasstrack. Duncan Tolhurst and Sam. Oh, Matt Etherington's letters, look. God, when he puts them back on when he comes out in the pits. Hey, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Enough smut. No, she's been in here somewhere. Duncan Tolhurst and Sam from the Morning Zoo. You listen to it tomorrow morning, because I want to listen to what she's got to say. I hope she does it around about 8:15. That's the time when I'll be driving to work. So, I'd like to hear it, you know, talk about her experiences. Oh, a little bit faster, Duncan, eh? Make her hold on. Sam gives a wave to the crowds. Wave to Sam, come on. She's famous, you know. Do not listen to in Victor FM.
I did a Welsh boy.
Oh, you all from... Oh, you all from Cheshire? Don't you know what the Invicta FM is? Final. On top points are Keith Strudwick and Lee Street, but Adam Shipp goes for it. Adam Shipp leads into that first turn. Keith Strudwick is right there behind him in third place. Lee Street has picked up the lead. Chris Knowles there. David Knowles goes through. David Knowles picks it up. David Knowles wants it. Keith Strudwick goes for it. Keith Strudwick coming up along on the inside of David Knowles now on that corner. David Knowles goes a little wide. Keith Strudwick comes on up after him. The top men on points are second and third at the moment. I think that would be enough to gain them the title. But if I know Strudwick, he won't want to lay down and take it. He'll just keep fighting. Keith Strudwick goes after Dave Knowles. Dave Knowles leading it. Lee Street right there with his partner, keeping the doors shut on Gary Wells, who is in third place. Keith Strudwick this time gets his front wheel just ahead of David Knowles. Keith Strudwick wants this one badly. Lee Street follows him through. Lee Street squirts on the throttle as he comes around that turn, and David Knowles goes back to third place. Keith Strudwick and Lee Street. Lee Street already the national 250cc British champion. Now he's going to be British Best Pairs champion with Keith Strudwick, if they can just stay there, or maybe even if they lose a couple of places. Good points leading on 75 to 56 after the 3 rides, and perhaps they almost didn't need to come out in this, but not only did they come out on it, they've decided to try and win it, to show that they are the British champions' best pairs. All these finals are over 4 laps due to the track becoming slightly cut up, and A fair tiring track for the riders. There goes Keith Strudwick with the win. Lee Street, his partner, in second place. They came and conquered the 250 class this afternoon. Dave Knowles, a brilliant third there. Then Gary Wells. Then Steve Syrett. Then Adam Shipp. Malcolm Beanie. Brian Cornelius. Chris Pay. Points will be tallied up, but I'm sure you'll find those two well clear of the rest of the field.
Ready?
Result of the championship necessarily. A win for 124. Keith Strudwick. Second place to 75, Lee Street. They are a pairing and I believe they've won the title. There goes Lee Street and there goes Keith Strudwick. They reckon they know they've done it. In third place, 67, David Knowles. In fourth place was number 70, Gary Wells. Fifth place to 62, Stevie Syrett. Sixth place to number 16, Adam Shipp. Seventh place, 720, Malcolm Beanie. Eighth place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. Ninth place to number 59, Chris Pay. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 36.85 seconds, an average speed of 53.86 miles per hour from those quarter-litre machines. Sidecar final, here they come. Here the makes the best of the start. Ooh! Cutting across on the inside line there. Rob Heath and Andy Butler have to shut the throttle a little bit as Hugh Phillips closed the door a bit early on that one. They're going around the outside of Hugh Phillips now. Hugh Phillips guns it down that back straight. These two are at it. These two mean business. Hugh Phillips wants it. So does Rob Heath. Rob Heath has his partner right there behind him. Terry Nicholas needs to get through from third into second place. Rob Heath wants to get through into first place. Hugh Phillips is doing a southern dance routine on the left with Yamaha there. He's occupying all the track to try and keep Rob Heath at bay. Only 4 laps of this. Team Penfold in 5th and 6th places at the moment. Hugh Phillips going down on the inside now of Rob Heath. Rob Heath trying round the outside again. Rob Heath on the Heath Yamaha leading this one. Hugh Phillips relegated to second place. Hugh Phillips powering on after him and for my money, Rob Heath will take this with those positions, but I could be wrong because I'm not a very good mathematician. Rob Heath and Andy Butler leading. Hugh Phillips and Alan Thomas in second place. Then Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. Look at Hugh Phillips going round there now. The last lap flag is out. Even the flagman's getting excited on this one. Rob Heath goes a little wide. Hugh Phillips is right there with him. Hugh Phillips won't give it in. She's got 1 lap in which to try and take this back from him. It's all tight stuff on that turn. Hugh Phillips now going for the outside run. He's giving a big one. Look at him go down that back straight. He comes up alongside his front wheels in front as he goes into the next turn. It's now or never. Rob Heath seems to have no answer to the mad Welshman. The Welshman now powering out on that turn. He's going to get his front wheel across there first. Where's his partner? What are the points going to do? Hugh Phillips takes it. Rob Heath fought hard for second place there. A brilliant piece of riding. Terry Nicholas takes third. Steve Maitland gets fourth. And Team Penfold decided to stay right out of it. result of race 44 on the left-hand sidecar final. The race result is a win for 843, Hugh Phillips and Alec Thomas. In second place was 18, Rob Heath and Andy Butler. In third place was 121, Steve Maitland and Dave Hollins. In fourth place was 142, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. In fifth place was 25, Tony Penfold and Carl Bell. And in sixth place, 123, Billy Penfold and Stuart Marsh this afternoon. The winner's time was 1 minute 47.45 seconds, an average speed of 48.54 miles per hour. The 121 and the 142 being switched round by the clerk of the course. He said that 142 went by on the inside of the course, gaining an unfair advantage on number 121, and is therefore put back one place. So they went round from third to fourth, and respectively, if you like, and the lap scores have just told me that has ended in a tie. On 66, and it's the Taylor that leads. Lee Gaydon, is that Lee Gaydon second? I might need binoculars in a minute. Ricky Ashworth it is. Ricky Ashworth is leading this, the 350cc final. The Taylor brothers are second and third at the moment. Jason Handley, I think, in fourth place. It's how all happening here at Oxford as they come round the turn. Ricky Ashworth has got the bit between his teeth. He's really going for it. But it's 173, Mark Taylor from Roger Giles, from Jason Handley, from that's Gio Taylor in front, from Roger Giles, Jason Handley, Mark Taylor. Round the pits turn they come, making the dust fly. It's been a dust-free afternoon, really. No problems with dust this afternoon. The other last lap is Ricky Ashworth from Neil Taylor, from Roger Giles, from Jason Handley, from Mark Taylor. This is going to be another 5 points thing because Lee Gaydon and Tony Dart are quite well down the field. Checkered flag out. Ricky Ashworth takes it. Neil Taylor in second. Rogie in third. Jason Handley in fourth. Then Mark Taylor, then Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon. Gareth Roberts. Nathan Irwin. Adrian Phipps. Nick Irwin. Russell Etherington. Not Russell, Matt Etherington. Ladies and gentlemen, another great race there, and do believe the Taylor brothers take it, as they were in front of all the others at the start, and their closest rivals being Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon finishing well down the field there. I think that handed it to the Taylor brothers on a plate. Official result of the 350cc final, but not of the championship yet. A win for number 20, Ricky Ashworth. Second place, number 173, Neil Taylor. Third place, 300, Rogie Giles. Fourth place, 95, Jason Handley. Fifth place, number 170, that's Mark Taylor. Sixth place, 77, Tony Dart. Seventh, 116, Lee Gaydon. Eighth place, 7, Gareth Roberts. Ninth place, 83, and that was Nathan Irwin. 10th place, 76, Adrian Phipps. 11th place, 332, Nick Irwin. And 12th place, number 5, Matt Etherington. The winner's time, 1 minute 31.85 seconds, an average speed of 56.79 miles per hour. 25 points. Here they come. All to fight for on the front line. Andy Hopkins got the bit between his teeth now after that previous exclusion for causing the race to be stopped earlier. He's in second place at the moment. Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens lead it. Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell are there in second place. Then is Raz Palmer, which is Andy Hopkins' partner. So Palmer's there second and third. Keith Drury needs to be able to salvage as many points as possible from this to hold that advantage. Andy Hopkins goes after Lester Goodwin. Lester Goodwin on the inside, Andy Hopkins on the outside. It's hell for leather around this corner. Andy Hopkins really got the bit between his teeth. I don't think he liked being excluded earlier on. He's in front as they go past me. Andy Stevens fighting back. Lester Goodwin not a man to give up easy. I think they almost came together on that corner, and Andy Hopkins gains an advantage from it. Number 3, Lester Goodwin in second place. Where's the partners? That's the point. Raz Palmer is out. That's handed on the plate, I think. Raz Palmer is out. Andy Hopkins leads it. If Lester sees Raz on the inside centre green there, he may decide to ease the throttle back and not bother chasing. He knows he can do it. Only important to finish now. There goes the checkered flag. Number 5, Andy Hopkins takes the win from number 3, Lester Goodwin. That was close. I'll leave that one for lap scoring. With Keith Drury in 5th place, it's going to count in the tally. Round of applause for those. All is not clear here on the points at the moment. For my money, it's Lester Goodwin and Keith Drury, but this is the result of race 46, not necessarily the result of the championship. A win for number 5, Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell. In second place was number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens. In third place was 181, and that was Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby, the birthday boy this afternoon. Fourth place to number 143, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames. Fifth place 91, Keith Drury and Tony Cook. And in sixth place number 71, Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg. The winner's time 1 minute 38.40 seconds and an average speed of 53.01 miles per hour. This is the right-hand side car final. We've got 42 points apiece between 74 and 60. Duncan Tolhurst and Richard Thomas, and 24 and 30. I think to get those two up in the first place, but stranger things have happened this last track race. This is the big one. Several points. Away down the first straight. John Halsey picks it up. Rob Wilson, his partner, is right there in second place. Duncan Tolhurst is there in third. Duncan Tolhurst doesn't give up easy. Round they come. Rob Wilson's gone wide, leaving a big hole there for John Halsey. Duncan Tolhurst coming up on the side. They're going for it. It's hell for leather this time. They are the defending champions. And they're defending well. Rob Wilson's got the bit between his teeth now. John Halsey keeping up on the pace, blocking the way for Duncan Tolhurst and Richard Thomas. It all is cut and dried at the moment, but anything can happen. Kenny Hammill holding on to 5th place and Dave Steer in 6th. Flat out, they're going round the corners now. 24. Rob Wilson and Colin Hill this afternoon, not the regular passengers only live. Visit your programme. John Halsey and Jason Glennie, knowing if they can just sit there, it's all theirs. That's the good thing with those two, they don't fight for domination of who's going to be the better pair. They do know how to ride a pair or a team event. Out comes the checkered flag then. The defending champions do it again, they've done the double. 2 years on, Ron Wilson, Colin Hill, John Halsey and Jason Handley from Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. Ooh. And I think Kenny Hammill just sneaked that on the line. I wasn't watching what they was coming from, but that was all a bit quick. All a little bit quick there. We'll work out the results for you. Give them all a wave and a clap as they go round. Duncan Tolhurst has got a couple of problems, but brilliant sidecar final. Well, it's been some very clean cut racing this afternoon. And the right-hander sidecars. Cleanest cut of the lot so far. The race result will win for number 24, Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. In second place, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Handley. In third place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. In fourth place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. Fifth place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. And in sixth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharak. The winner's time, 1 minute 22.51 seconds, an average speed of 55.76 miles per hour. Where's John Halsey going? John Halsey's gone back to join his partner. He's not going round with somebody else's partner. Well, they've done well. All of them today. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley there. All the way up from Cornwall. What fuel crisis? Perhaps they can't get home, but they've got here.
Shouldn't have that.
John Halsey and Jason Handley go by now. Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beanie. So close. Maybe next year. Come to the line. On 72 points we have Matt Reed and Paul Knott. On 69 points we have Tony Dart and Peter Lloyd. On 63 points we have 95 Jason Handley and James Conklin. On 61 points we have Mitch Godden and Dave Rumsey. On 41 points Paul Austin and Daniel Winterton. Flat Hill, oh, Matt Reed lifts off that line, Paul Knott gets it. Paul Knott goes down the first curve. Jason Handley goes after him on the inside. Mitch Godden's gone right round the outside. Tony Dart's there as well. They're hammering away down that back straight. Paul Knott comes back up into second place ahead of Tony Dart. Mitch Godden's got the bit between his teeth here. Mitch Godden winding it up this straight now, showing that Godden has got all the go he needs to win these races. Paul Knott in second place. Then it's Tony Dart, then Peter Lloyd. Peter Lloyd set the fastest time of the day, but he's down in fourth place at the moment. It's all happening here at Oxford. The last race of the afternoon, the last one for us this season. Don't miss it. The action is hot. It's Mitch Godden leading it. From Paul Knott. Peter Lloyd going past Paul Knott now. Paul Knott don't have anything. He's fighting back, but he's gone very wide. Matt Reed's come up through on the inside. Peter Lloyd's back in fifth place. James Conklin. Then Lee Cross, but it's all happening on the front line. It's the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Your last lap of Grasstrack at Oxford this year, and it's number 9, Mitch Godden. 1 lap from victory. Peter Lloyd, hard after him. Watch him close that gap up. Then it's Matt Reed. Then it's Paul Knott. Then it's Tony Dart. Then James Conklin. Back to the front line. Mitch Godden seems to have it his own way, but Peter Lloyd moves him fast on this last turn. What's going to happen here? Peter Lloyd's got a bit between his teeth, and Mitch Godden wants it badly. Mitch Godden leads, takes it. Number 1, Mitch Godden from Peter Lloyd in second place. Then Matt Reed. Then Paul Knott. Tony Dart. James Conklin. What a cracking race. Lee Cross. Dave Rumsey. Jason Welby. The racing's over, but the points still need to be tied up. We've still got the presentations to do. Sam from Invicta Radio is here to do that for us. Presentation will be here at the commentary caravan. Should be within 10 minutes of the close of racing, so riders, please get yourselves up here quickly. There goes Mitch Godden with a victory really, and he deserves to pull that one. What a brilliant ladies and gentlemen. You've had a cracking day's racing. Don't all leave at once. Some of you stay and watch the presentations, because Sam from the Victor Radio is here to do it. You're going to look at my ugly mug. Sam's here to do it for us. 500cc solo final. The result of that race was a win for number 9, Mitch Godden. In second place was number 4, Peter Lloyd. In third place, number 152, Matt Reed. In fourth place was number 29, Paul Knott. In fifth place was number 77, Tony Dart. In sixth place, number 1, James Complin. In seventh place, number 28, Lee Cross. In eighth place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. And in ninth place, number 65, Jason Wilby. No other finishers. The winner's time, 1 minute 30.07 seconds, a speed of 57.91 miles per hour. The left-hand sidecars are doing a count back on points to try and establish if we can break the tie. 250s. In third place on 58 points were 62, Steve Syrett and number 70, Gary Wells. Those two up first, please. I had a word with Sam. She said kissing's all right, but no tongues. Not having no tongues today. They don't bring the Littons up as well, don't they?
They have some accent.
I want to kiss, no, that's queerly.
Oh, you want a kiss? Oh,
yeah. In second place on 73 points, number 16, Adam Shipp, and number 67, David Knowles.
Now, who's going to take this? Oh, well done. Well done. Well done. I think you boys, you've got no fear. It's very scary.
And in first place in the 250s this afternoon, the British champion, Lee Street, and his partner, Keith Strudwick.
Right, who's going to get?
See,
I'm going to go
the replicas earn the money, but your trophy will follow along soon, boys. Hey, Struddy, keep your hands to yourself, Struddy.
That's mine.
Lovely. Thanks, yeah, you big trophies. We're still waiting on back from the post. Probably until 2 is a petrol thing. Yeah, that's at the back. Even that's at the back because they're on the way back. As soon as I get I'll pay it.
350s in for the money. In third place on 79 points was Tony Dart and Lee Gaydon.
Let me know who Shannon too. If you're up third.
Well, your girlfriend's over there.
Well done.
Tony.
In second place, Ricky Ashworth and Jason Handley on 87 points.
Where's your other car? Which is the one that rides on the side? There you go, well done. Oh, he's going to take a picture.
And in first place on 92 points, the two Taylor brothers, Mark and Mill. Come on down, boys. They won it last year, they've done the double, they've got it again this year and the year before. It's just 3 in a row. 3 in a row, I think. Yeah. 3 in a row, well done, boys. Hope you've enjoyed your ride to Kent today.
Beautiful. The price of one.
Oh, give us a smile.
I nearly got it wrong then, she's been tailored, not marked and rogered. 500cc solos. I've nearly done the sidecars. 500cc solos. Can we have the Taylor brothers back? You didn't pick up this Albers. Can we have you two back? for another photo with yourself.
Well, they got the wrong trophy.
They go whenever you got to.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, Sam,
We should have been a drunken show. Well done once again, the Taylor brothers.
They've never got this.
Mark's got one.
I just gave out what I was given.
All right.
He didn't want to sell the family silk, he was to nick it.
24 copies, please.
500cc solos, and in third place it was Mitch Godden and Dave Rumsey on 80 points.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
We get a trophy then?
No, you just get an envelope with cash.
Say goodbye to my one. Got it with it. Thank you.
In second place on 89 points, Tony Dart and Peter Lloyd.
There he is.
I thought you might. Everyone said that. Everyone that gets up first has got a
You
lot
get the
of
dream,
that.
Sam. In the middle, Sam. Lovely. Lovely. Thank you.
And in first place, and this trophy has been renamed the John Underwood Shield in memory of John, who died in that car crash, and now bears his name right across the top there, an honour to John Underwood. And it was won this year on 91 points by numbers 29 Paul Knott and 152 Matt Reed.
Who wants that? Who wants that? There you go, you've got the cash. Have you? No fighting though. No, they're fighting over me, they're fighting over the money.
Lovely.
Well done.
See that bit of bird?
You wouldn't have won if I'd
500cc competition with the best pairs this afternoon. In third place for some money, Keith Richards and Thomas Eames, Andy Kerrison and Steve Ashby. Birthday boy, that Steve Ashby, he gets 2 kisses. Mind you, they're all Steve Ashby now, aren't they?
Which one's Steve Ashby? Who gets the money? Four of you.
Two either side of the girdie, isn't it? Have you any photographs of this one? Two either side of the girdie?
I think there's another photo. Is he not going to do photos? He's not going to photo, would he? Yeah, we can
In second place in the best pairs for the 500cc International Sidecars this afternoon, Andy Hopkins and Guy Mitchell, Russ Palmer and Danny Horn.
Lovely. Who's going to take this?
He will. Thank you very much. There are a terrible bunch, especially this one. Come on, look at the camera, boys. Thank you, Sam. Lovely. Thank you.
And the 500cc winners of the British Championship Best Pairs Year 2000. And I must just tell you that one of them was Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens, and they drove back from Holland last night to be here this afternoon, and they've done the business yet again. And their partner, Keith Drury, and Tony Cook.
Still good.
Well done.
You better clean them leathers, wouldn't you?
Well done. Yeah, you get the money. Here, who's going to take the money? Yeah, there you go.
Can I get a picture of this, Sam? Yeah, Cole, pose in there. Alright, look at the camera. Lovely. No interviews, Liz.
No, I don't. Thank you.
Right hand sidecars. Right hand sidecars, and in third place on 35 points this afternoon, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock, Kenny Hammill and John Richards.
I knew you was up there, so.
Sorry. Lovely making out all this cash, but I don't know who wants to take it. You look very pleased.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Is that your phone?
Second place this afternoon on 48 points, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Burney with Richard Thomas and Kerry Woodley.
You've got to go home now, but. Good looking, she's like a dad.
She is, yeah. She's definitely a good win.
She's taller than me.
Well done. Thank you.
Probably didn't even get it.
Well done, Bowen. Where's the Carla? Well done.
Oh, you found Marty?
I'm the most useful person ever. She looks in. Thank you, anyway. That's fine. Tell him we're going.
Got to squeeze that toe, she won't hurt you.
No, we're friends now because they already took me.
Yes, you know about him, don't you?
You're officially my team now.
She thought so. But you put the wind up her anyway, don't you?
Exactly.
And the winners, they came here defending champions, they go back reigning champions. John Halsey, Jason Handley, Rob Wilson, Colin Hill. Something's like the trophy from last year. Well, you knew you was going to win it, you just keeping it, are you? Didn't want to give it back. Photo of the boys, with the girlie and the ribbons.
Well done to all of you.
Give the lady a kiss. Cheers. Cheers.
All right. Get a picture beside the girl. Come on, bro. You ain't got a wide angle,
You can't have a photo, you know, just have a photo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Can I already see Sam?
That's not good.
That's it, that's lovely. Cheers. All the better like that.
Cheers.
Just about shows what he is, Jase, doesn't it?
The one you've all been waiting for, the left-hand sidecars. I will tell you, it's been awarded on points for the best pair in the final as it went down the nail. Not only was it all level on points at the end of the final, but it was also level on countback. That everybody got the same place in the final on countback on the same points. So it is awarded at the clerk of the course's discretion, not mine. Don't have a go at me. Awarded for the best pair of points for the winning team in the final. And third place went to number 25, Tony and Billy Penfold with Carl Bell and Stuart Marsh. Look at that.
Remember the camera's gone, haven't you? Well done.
Hey, you got the money. Don't go away
Yeah,
from
no, they've definitely got the money. Actually, it's a very mistake.
Second place went to number 18, Rob Even, Andy Butler, and Steve Bowden and Danny
Now, I really don't know who should give this to.
me.
Right. Well, that was very decisive.
the hardest fought pairs battle for many a year. And in first place, number 843 and 142, making Hugh Phillips, Alan Thomas, Terry Nicholas and Richard Murray. Into the Dragon.
Don't want to lose that.
You've got the rest of those, haven't you?
I get you down. You're never going to keep me down.
So we'll have matches
We now have two other trophies here. The Weald of Kent Trophy, Weald of Kent Challenge Shield, which is awarded to the Weald of Kent's most improved left-hand sidecar member for the year 2000, and that goes to Clive Holland and Neil Marshall. You didn't know you got that, did you? No. Just look on your face, says it all.
Thank you very much.
Done. Oh, I'm just give you a kiss. Yeah. So you had no idea, did you?
Thank you, everybody.
And we now come to the Herbie Balcombe Trophy, which was awarded to the highest individual point scoring outfit in the heats this afternoon. The final didn't count, highest point scorer in the heats, and that goes to Tony Penfold and Carl Bell.
I'm sure I've already given you one. There's the guy with the camera. Well done.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sam. Do you want a few words?
Thank you. Well, just thank you for making me so welcome. Let me just...
Can I just say thank you for making me so welcome down here today. I've had a really, really good day. I've had the life frightened out of me. You guys are so brave because it's really, really bumpy out there. So thank you and good luck to everyone that's racing in Folkestone next week.
Thank you, Sam. Round of applause for Sam. Now they ride side by side, blocking the way, keeping the door shut for everybody else. This is Best Pairs Racing. Rest a Goodwin. Should he close the throttle and wait for his mate to catch up? I think he should have done this. Brad Palmer goes through, and Mike Simpson comes up on the inside of Keith Richards. Can he squeeze? There's not a lot of room through there, but he goes through clean. This is condensed into one. Adam Shipp goes into the lead. At the moment, can he hold it? He goes for first, he's through. Lee Street, what a dramatic ride from fifth actually, up into first place, but he's lost it back in a second at the... Which is Terry Nicholas. But I think he's got his work cut out if he's going to do it. They try, they come round the outside, it's going to be tight. As they come up to the line, who's it going to be? Your Brits need a few more yards in there. It's going to be a good one. Jason Handley's got it at the moment. Second. Paul Knott in third. Malcolm Simmons leads it, run 152. Matt Reed comes through on the inside. Melvin Beeson, left-hand sidecars. Here's Zippy Phillips, goes into the gun. Jason Handley through to his front. Malcolm Simmons leads it again into the first turn. He hasn't lost the knack yet, has he? Mitch Cotton squeezes through on the inside on the first turn. Malcolm Simmons drops a couple of... Mitch Cotton leads it. Peter Lloyd is right there with him. Peter Lloyd. Here we come then. Flat out, Ivan Matthews picks it up on the first turn. John Hiscock goes with him. Ivan Matthews on the inside, John Hiscock on the outside, they're going for it. Checkered flag comes out, and who's going to get it? This is going to be tight. Watch this one. Tony Penfold, I think, nice blocking tactic. The big Gaydon V-twin flashing away there, the Yamaha X up in front of it. Well, Street right there with his partner, keeping the doors shut on Gary Wells, who is in third place. Keith Strudwick this time, gets his front wheel just ahead of Dave. Left-hand sidecar final, here they come. Hugh Phillips makes the best of the start. Hugh Phillips going down on the inside now of Rob Heath. Rob Heath trying round the outside again. Rob Heath on the Heath Yamaha. He's giving a big one. Look at him go down that back straight. He comes up alongside his front wheels in front as he goes into the next turn. Fight ball on the front line. For Lester Goodwin on the inside, Andy Hopkins on the outside. It's hell for leather around this corner. Andy Hopkins really got the bit between his teeth. I don't think he liked being excluded earlier on. The first straight, John Halsey takes it up. Rob Wilson, his partner, is right there in second place. Duncan Tolhurst is there in third. Duncan Tolhurst doesn't give up easy. Round they come. Rob Wilson's gone wide, leaving a big hole there for John Halsey. Duncan Tolhurst coming up on the side. Oh, Matt Reed lifts off that line. Paul Knott gets it. Paul Knott goes down the first turn. Jason Handley goes after him on the end between his teeth, and Mitch Gaydon wants it badly. Mitch Gaydon leads, takes it. Number one, Mitch Gaydon from Peter Lloyd in second place. Then Matt Reed.